Welcome to the Hard&Soft Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Yo, what's up, Hard&Soft Pro Wrestling Podcast Nation? What's the side-eye? The side-eye's your gimmick now?
Little side-eye there.
We got a hell of a prediction show here as we lead up to SummerSlam this year, 2024, in Cleveland Brown Stadium. What a card. We're going to predict this the Hard&Soft way. But before we get into that, Big Hard, I want to ask you one thing. There's one thing that's been going around the world of pro wrestling today. Shane O'Mac and Tony Khan photoed in a conference room. What do you think about that, man?
Yeah, so, I definitely did see that. I don't want to be too, negative about it, but, at this point, what's Shane O'Mac going to really do? Maybe if he can come with some ideas, but Tony Khan actually has to listen to those ideas and use him for what he's good at. Shane definitely could be a good creative mind in the back. Tony Khan really needs no money people. So money. He's, Shane O'Mac doesn't probably have to bring any money to the plate, but I could see it being good, but Tony Khan needs to sit back for a minute and at least listen to what he's got to say, because Shane O'Mac's been in the business since he's a little kid. So yeah. I think it would be a good addition, though, for the superstars in AEW. I think they will appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Maybe not all the younger guys, but I think a lot of the middle-aged and veterans would definitely appreciate that.
It is interesting that if Shane-O wants to get back in the wrestling business, that he's not just going home. Maybe it's something with his dad, or maybe it's just he has always been a guy that kind of, bucked the system in some way. But yeah, look, first off, you're seeing a little, the Collision card a couple weeks ago or whatever was at a small venue. It looked like,
that was good.
Seat arena. I'm sure it changed the show and made the show better. Maybe that's Shane-O's already working his way in there. But yeah, if he's on the creative team, and don't forget, man, you're going to have Bryan Danielson that's only going to wrestle a couple times a year after this year, probably. You're going to have Edge, who, is coming to the end. You stick those guys on the creative team with Shane-O, that could change things.
Yeah, I definitely think that. But they definitely just need to kind of, maybe Tony Khan needs to give control of Collision to Daniel Bryan. I think, or Bryan Danielson, sorry. I think that would definitely help out, because he definitely has a mind for the business. And he was doing some creative stuff, I thought, in WWE before he left. And, I can't say any of that was bad or great, but I think they definitely have the talent over there. They just need to use it properly. But
I hear you, man. And the world today, it's got a lot going on, and pro wrestling can offer that escape, man. And this Saturday is going to be a hell of a card.
Shane O'Mac is a sweet pickup, but it could just be it could just be like a meeting. They could just be meeting each other, and then a picture gets on the internet. But hey, we'll see in the time to tell here. I'm definitely excited.
You know what I feel like doing right now, Tony? I might just dance. All right, dude, let's do this card.
But yeah, we're going to be in Cleveland, Ohio, at the Cleveland Brown Stadium. So I'm guessing 50,000 plus people in the arena. So we'll just go down. I just have the matches lined up, and kind of, I guess it's not really any kind of crazy lineup here. But we'll just start off with the World Heavyweight Championship. We got Damian Priest versus Gunther. What are your thoughts on that match?
Damian has been kind of as the World Heavyweight Champion. What a great way to win it. And that moment alone made his run worth something. Not much of a build with him and Gunther either, but the match is going to be good. And depending on where they put it in the card, and depending how many other titles change this night, I'm gonna go Gunther's gonna go over and win the strap.
Yeah, I'm also thinking Gunther's gonna win. But here's the only thing to think about is they have the Bash at Berlin coming up next month. So that's kind of Gunther's hometown. So I don't know. I kind of thought maybe if they would have waited 1 month to do this match, it would be better for Gunther to win. But hey, Gunther can win, and then he can have his first defense at the Bash at Berlin. But yeah, you are right in saying this, that for some reason, like almost every title match, I'm almost predicting a change, besides like 2 of them. But
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do that many changes in one night. And the card is actually pretty small. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 matches right here. That's it. And that's for a SummerSlam. But honestly, it's probably good because it's not going to be a 4-hour SummerSlam. But I think we're both going Gunther here. One thing to add is that the pre-show is like from 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock. They have like a 3-hour pre-show with no matches lined up. So I'm not sure what the deal with that is. I honestly think maybe they're trying to like mess with Collision's ratings, but I don't really think you need to mess with Collision's ratings for SummerSlam. So I really don't think that's the case. But a 3-hour pre-show, I guarantee I will not be watching that. I will be tuning in right at 7 o'clock.
Well, the tantalizing one is going to be in Cleveland. He's going to be on that pre-show. He loves doing that.
Yeah, I'll like to watch a clip of that. That's for sure. But yeah, I don't know how he gets on those pre-shows. That's freaking awesome, dude. Last time he was behind Nick Khan. What is going on here? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know.
I think Damian Priest is not at his. We've seen it 1,000 times. Stone Cold, Scott Hall, The Undertaker. They take years until they find out whatever. Roman Reigns, right? He's not there yet. He will get there, obviously. I'd like to see Gunther go over, and I'd like to see a big star come back and challenge Gunther. Maybe, I don't know, like a Brock Lesnar.
I was just going to say that.
Heavyweight championship.
Brock Lesnar.
At a big, really catapult that belt.
But Gunther is on fire right now.
Oh, yeah. And he just wrestled Finn, so I'm wondering, they're teasing the Judgment Day breakup. Maybe they cash in on that. Who knows?
I'm hoping it's going to be a good. I'm thinking it's going to be a good match. I'm hoping for it, and Gunther's going to win in the end. He's got to take that title. If he loses, it's going to be like, all right. Next, I got the WWE Women's Championship. This is Bayley versus the other King of the Ring winner, Queen of the Ring winner, Nia Jax. And honestly, I wanted to say a title change here, but I'm going to stick with Bayley. I don't think they're going to switch up too many titles, even though Nia Jax kind of almost deserves a title shot and a title win right now. She's been doing good work. I think something's going to happen with like Tiffany Stratton's going to be there and try to cost Bayley, but actually cost Nia. I don't know.
See, I'm torn. I'm torn because, again, like Nia won me over a little bit when she first came back and went against Becky again. I was like, eh. And then like that rivalry was sick. Yeah, Nia is ready, but I would like to see Stratton Bayley too. So I think Nia is going to go over, win the title.
Okay. You got 2 title changes so far, Big Soft.
I'm going to go Nia Jax. I'm going to go the soft style and go against Big Hard there.
I like it. Hey.
Someone's got
next I'll skip down a match just to break up the women's matches. I'll skip to the Intercontinental title match, which I think this is going to be a good match. Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Now, Braun Breaker lost last month at Money in the Bank, got his title shot back at SummerSlam. I think he's the future, maybe not the future of the company, but he is one of those future big stars. Yeah. He has a good presence. He's good in the ring.
If he can stay healthy. He's so explosive. The human body is just not meant to move that fast. So
yeah, and the only thing about him too is a lot of his matches are short. I'm not sure if he can put on like a good 10, 15-minute match. Well, just like he couldn't even put on a good 2-minute match. Let's not get anything. But honestly, like all these title changes, I feel like Braun Breaker has to win this match.
Yeah, why would they do it again?
Yeah, like if he doesn't, but then again, Sami Zayn, where does he go from here? I know he tagged up with Jey Uso. So, this could be like a storyline beat in a bigger story. So Sami loses the title. He gets back with Jey Uso. They win the tag titles. Roman ends up coming back. Bloodline feuds. They need another member of Roman's bloodline. Who are they going to call on? The Honorary Uso. Sami Zayn. So I don't know. I'm going with Braun Breaker on this one to win the title.
Yeah, just because they're doing it again, I'm going to go Braun as well.
Man, you got 3 title changes.
Dude, I'm going all for it. It's Triple H era, man. It's Paul Levesque, Hunter Hearst Helmsley era. The Schnoz era.
Get your golden shovels out.
Dude, Sami Zayn will be one of those guys that when he retires, will give him his flowers. The guy can sell whatever you call the struggle in a babyface better than anybody. I mean, when he sells it. And then when he finally makes his comeback and he's in the corner ready to do his Aluva kick, the crowd can't not be behind him. And he's in the prime of his career, which we see so much. Guys that are deep in, years in, they have their tenure in the business, and they start having their best years. But he can still work. I mean, him and Gunther stole the show at WrestleMania almost. Like you could, that was a great moment. That suplex pile driver spot at I'm botching that call there. God damn it.
Brain buster, I think it was, or whatever he calls it.
Well, what spot? But yeah, Braun Breaker's gonna go over in my opinion.
All right, man. I honestly think that too. All right, I'll go with the next Women's World Championship match. This is Liv Morgan, the champion, going against Rhea Ripley. Now, this one, I think...
Great story.
Oh, God. I mean, the storyline coming up to this, the whole Judgment Day, Dom, Liv, it's awesome TV, dude. Like, honestly, like, every time one of those guys is on TV, and I hate Dominic Mysterio. I mean, he's
laughing at both of us.
He is horrible. But, I mean...
Some Roll Tide women around him.
Look at him. He just got married. Yeah. He's got Rhea Ripley as his mommy, and he has Liv Morgan as his side piece. So I don't know. I mean, this guy's rolling in it. But I honestly think Liv Morgan is going to keep her title here. I think it's going to be a Dom turn on Rhea.
Me too. So. And, yeah, I think it'll be hot. You could do Dominic Mysterio up in the cage. Up in the shark cage. On top
dude.
Like Jerry the King back in the day.
Oh, and I remember he got a nosebleed up there because he was up so high.
For a shoot. I got Liv too. I think Dominic's gonna turn on again. I think we'll see the demise of the Judgment Day on Saturday. I think Dominic's gonna turn on Rhea, and his new mommy is gonna be Liv Morgan.
Yeah, Finn Balor's gonna maybe come in and interfere in that Gunther match and cost him the title. As much as I don't want the Judgment Day to break up, it is kind of getting to the point where, they need to go somewhere with all this. I like the long-term storytelling, but they can't drag it on too much, So they do need to do something. It doesn't have to end at SummerSlam, but this needs to plant some big seeds as to, Judgment Day falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so we're both going with Liv there. We're going to go right ahead to the United States Championship match. Logan Paul versus L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Mark City.
Come on, man. I'm looking at the card. L.A. Knight's got to win this, dude. And like I said, there's so many title changes. I just think the way that this story led up, it's like, they're making it seem like L.A. Knight is basically just a nobody at this point. If he doesn't win this match, I mean, what is he going to go for?
Yeah, but let's just gauge his pops and his entrances. Has he lost any steam? He's a guy again that can lose, and it doesn't hurt him. Yes, I do think eventually he's got to win a title, like a premier title. And they have such a roster where once Cody loses steam, I don't think they go right back to Roman or even maybe a bloodline member. They just have so many people.
I think it's the final boss
that are viable. That's a good point. I'm going to say Logan Paul is going to retain. I would like to see Logan in, again, I think he's ready. He's proven that he's a wrestler. He can work. He can talk. I'd like to see him bleed. I'd like to see him have that Randy Orton, Mick Foley, hardcore style match. He's ready for that. And I think that pushes him over the edge for wrestling fans to be like, nah, man, he's a wrestler.
You were right on that.
He retains.
And you are right on the fact that LA Knight could probably lose this match and still have the steam. People will still be behind him, but I'm still going to go LA Knight winning, even though Logan Paul having the United States Championship definitely helps the company as a whole because he takes that thing everywhere. I mean, he had Donald Trump posing with it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, a future or a former president also in contention this year, holding the United States Championship. I mean,
Doing a face-off.
I don't care if you don't like the guy or not. You don't have to, but just to see that, you know what I mean? Like a person of that caliber that ran the country. I mean, I don't care who you are. You have to at least show a little bit of like, okay, they're doing something here. Like, all right.
Well, that title belt, that U.S. title belt is hard, dude. That goes hard.
Yeah.
And I'm almost doing my Donald Trump impression. I won't though.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
I hate to say it.
You know, I guess I'll leave the championship match for last. We'll go ahead and do probably what I'm most excited for on this card.
Dude, what a card, man.
Which is
what a card.
CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre.
Hell yeah.
I mean, this feud has been great. We were there at WrestleMania when Drew won the title and had to brag to CM Punk right in his face. CM Punk knocked him over. Damian Priest cashed in.
What creative booking. They've done such a good job utilizing CM Punk while he's been injured.
Yeah. And they're making – and, like, the funny thing is Drew McIntyre isn't afraid to make himself look bad.
How about him posing with Jack Perry in a picture? That's awesome, man.
I mean, he is the king of social media trolling. I will tell you that. But, I mean, then to come out at Money in the Bank and screw him over with the count. Well, that was at Money in the Bank, right? When he came out and was the referee.
Yeah.
So he screwed him there. Then I know he screwed him another time too. So, I mean, at Clash of the Castle, he screwed him too. Or I think Clash of the Castle was when Punk came out.
He was being
screwed him as the referee. And then Punk screwed him when he tried to cash in at Money in the Bank when he won it that night and then went on to cash in, and Punk screwed him over once more. Now he's cleared to wrestle. I am praying that CM Punk does not get injured in this match because the guy is like just prone to injury. At AEW, he jumps off the apron or off the stage and breaks his foot. I mean, he tore his – didn't he tear his – what did he just came back from? Didn't he tear his other tricep at AEW? Yes. Now he tore this tricep. So yeah. I just hope he doesn't – I really hope he doesn't.
Don't forget, like – you take Punk, and he's a guy that before – I mean, he had a 15-year career, I think, in Ring of Honor and all the independents before he ever got to the WWE.
Yeah.
And maybe not 15 years, but he had a hell of a run with him and Samoa Joe and those guys. And they didn't necessarily go to the best trainers after the show and get stretched out and all. I mean, they just got – they ran the towns.
I'll stretch him out.
And then he had a long career. Then he went to the UFC and beat his body up there. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he feels it. And he's an old dude. He knows his time in the ring is limited probably. He's had more time in it than is ahead of him. But, man, I think –
this is a hard one to call.
It's a hard one to call, and Punk is over. But I think the WWE, I don't know how you do it, but they're doing it probably better now than they've – at least I'm noticing it. They're making guys that wrestling fans, me and you, don't like. And they're making us like them. They're making us believe in them. They're making us want to see them. They're drawing money for guys like Drew that I didn't necessarily care for. Dominic Mysterio, out of nowhere. Nia Jax. Who cares about Nia Jax? We cared. Like, we'll watch that match. They're doing such a good job developing so many guys. Don't forget, Seth Rollins is in the middle of this as the special guest, and he's going to have his own little spin on it. I think what we're going to see is, if you remember the clip of Taker and Brett, and Shawn was the referee, and Shawn tried to be bipartisan until the end when he tries to hit Taker with the chair, or tries to hit Brett and he hits Taker.
Yeah.
Something happens where he doesn't mean it and he has to count 3. There's going to be something like that. I think Drew and Punk both test them throughout the match. Seth stays kind of down the middle. But I think Punk's got to go over. I think Punk goes over, and I think it's reluctantly by Seth. And I think we set up Punk and Seth at Rumble, or Punk and Seth at Mania, or something along those lines, because that's the money.
Yeah, I think Punk's going to win this match, and I think he almost needs to win this match if they want to have a future match between these two guys. Because if Drew McIntyre wins right now, I mean, he has all the right to just say, like, I took you out of this company for how many months. Now you want to go against me? I beat you. I don't need you anymore. But if Punk wins this match, it's going to drive Drew McIntyre over the edge.
And don't forget, Chris, I mean, Punk looks great. This is his first real match in the WWE in 10 years. There's people in the crowd that hasn't ever seen Punk, doesn't know of him. True. So Punk's got to go out there and have a hell of a contest, not necessarily go out there and do buckshot lariats with the best of them. But he's got to go out there. If there's going to be color in any match, it's this one. If there's going to be fighting in the crowd, it's this one. All the bells and whistles, it's this one. Punk's got to go out there and show up, and Punk's going to get over. And it's a hell of a challenge, but I think Punk goes over. I think Seth counts 3 reluctantly. And again, Seth and Punk, they're real, man. When they get face-to-face, it is Austin Rock.
Yeah. I mean, the last 2 wrestling shows I have been to live, big companies. I went to Raw in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and me and you went to AEW Collision in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I will say both of those shows, the most shirts that I've seen in the building are CM Punk shirts at almost every show you go to now. I mean, everyone loves this guy. And half of them, like you said, haven't even seen him wrestle one match. I mean, they might have went back in the network and watched stuff like that. But, I mean, they haven't been there. Like when I was watching in 2011, shout out to the archives, Punk versus Cena at Money in the Bank. I mean, no one's seen something like that before out of Punk. So, I mean, yeah, like you said, he needs to come out, show up, and win this damn match. So I think CM Punk is going to win this. And, I mean, honestly, they could have him lose, but I think if they want to do future matches with these two, because maybe they do a cage match or a Hell in a Cell, or they do something, because you do have Bad Blood coming up in October, and they're already like promoting it, which is weird for a B pay-per-view to be promoted months before. You know what I mean? They're not even I guess Bash at Berlin is September, and then the next one's October, but it's 2 months away, and they're already starting to promote this.
Now, what's the date of Bad Blood? Is that before or after the October Monday Night Raw?
I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the date. I think it's before. To be honest. So we're both in agreement, CM Punk. All right, now we got one more match here. I don't really even know where to go with this one. It's Cody Rhodes, the WWE World Undisputed Champion, versus Solo Sikoa. Now, Friday night on SmackDown. If anyone's
wondering who drives by their Yardley, PA, blasting Cody Rhodes' theme song,
is that you?
It's a big softie.
Whoa! I know Friday on SmackDown, Solo Sikoa, or not Solo, Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu are going against DIY for the tag titles. And honestly, I think they're going to win. I think they're going to win. And it's funny how, like, Tonga Loa is kind of, like, in the background. I mean, he messed up his debut trying to get out of underneath the ring to pull the referee out when he came in and debuted. Then he messed up that low blow. But I haven't watched the New Japan stuff, but supposedly Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga were, like, for 10 years, like, the most dominant tag team over there. So I'm not talking crap on the guy. But they're putting Jacob Fatu with Tama Tonga here. And, I mean, I don't think that you could put Jacob Fatu in this match and have him lose. I'm just saying that. So if they do win the titles on Friday, that's going to put a little bit more intrigue on the fact that Solo has a chance to win the title. And, you know, the Usos had the tag titles back in the day in the Bloodline. And Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, which is Solo now, had the world title. So I think it'll put some intrigue. I don't think there's a way that Solo Sikoa walks out of there as the champion, though. Cody Rhodes is leaving as the champion. I don't think Roman Reigns is coming back either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think if anybody comes back, I heard The Rock just finished up filming something.
Mm-hmm.
So he might have a little bit of time. I think if anybody comes back, it's The Rock at the end of this match. And Cody's standing tall. Rock's music hits, the final boss. And it sets up a match between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. And I think The Rock is going to take the title off of Cody Rhodes and make him struggle until Mania next year when he gets that rematch. That's just a long-term prediction, but I'm going Cody Rhodes, man. There's no way he's losing this title, dude.
Yeah, there's no way that Cody's going to lose. And this match, it's all about what's next, right? And I don't necessarily know where they're going to go with this. I don't necessarily think Solo. See, it's tough, man. I mean, Solo's ready, but it's almost like Fatu came in there and stole the show.
Dude,
You know
I
what
know.
I'm saying?
He really did, man.
And that's a crazy call by Hunter to bring someone like that in. He's not a polished WWE superstar. You know, he is a crazy pro wrestler, and
he is Umaga.
Yeah, they let him walk in there non-scripted and said, go out there and make an impact, and he has. I'm going to go Cody Rhodes goes over. I don't necessarily know where they go. There's so many options, and before Cody turns heel or before Cody drops the title, there's so many matches to make his title run that are still in the bank, and one that I'm really looking forward to, obviously The Rock, okay? The Final Balls, the Mama Rose, but I really want to see Randy turn heel on Cody and drop him.
I'm also thinking that could be a match at Bad Blood, Cody versus Randy Orton.
Now,
because there have been,
Chris, you know,
Survivor Series will be in November, so that'll be the month after.
Okay,
Bad Blood.
That certainly has tribal warfare written all over it.
Yeah, and I think it's almost
in War Games.
It's almost too soon. Like I said, like I want Roman to come back, but I honestly think like he shouldn't. Like
you could almost postpone that till next year or something.
I almost say leave it till the Rumble. And number 30 at the Rumble, the Tribal Chiefs music hits, and he just comes in, and there's like 10 people still in the ring, and Roman Reigns just annihilates everybody.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I think something big is going to happen during this match. So I think it's either going to be The Rock or Roman Reigns coming back here. And I could see them definitely bringing Roman Reigns back because the people are definitely wanting it. And it's going to be a huge arena, 50,000 plus people. When you're going to do something big, that's when you do it. You know what I mean? So to me, it's going to be hard.
We haven't seen Paul Heyman yet.
I don't think he should come back until.
I don't think so either. It's just an option. He comes out and causes a distraction to Solo. There's certainly got to be. It's not going to be a one-on-one call it in the middle thing. There's got to be something. It's a little. Again, this match could go on first. Honestly, maybe
if it goes on first, then there's no big surprise. That's for sure. If this match doesn't go on last, there is no. They're not gonna. I mean, they're not gonna do a Roman Reigns reveal and. Match one.
You know, Randy's not on the card. Jey Uso's not on the card. So there's going to be
Kevin
some
Owens.
Interference. There's going to be some interference. There's going to be some hoopla. We'll see.
I mean, I really am kind of upset that Jey Uso's not in this card because if anything, I love a Jey Uso entrance. And I don't care. People say he only knows a couple moves and this and that. I think Jey Uso looks great in the ring. Now, I don't think he's a world heavyweight champion.
I don't know, dude. He's getting recognized. Hunters recognize him every press conference. If you listen, Triple H goes, "How about that Jey Uso? I've never seen anything like his entrance."
The people love him, dude. Like when I went to Hershey,
He's got to get it.
I went to Hershey, PA, and he came out in the middle of the crowd, and like it was just insane. Like just insane.
He's found it, man. He's himself, and he's not a good promo. He's not a good promo, but
all he needs to say is,
well, and again, his persona and his comfortability in his character has made him a good promo.
Yeah,
you know, it's made him be able to, you know, he knows who he is. So
he is the man, dude. Right now,
we'll see, dude. But this is a hell of a SummerSlam. Potentially could be the greatest SummerSlam of all time. It's going to be nearly 55,000 fans there at this football stadium. It's crazy that the WWE seems like every pay-per-view they're doing it at stadiums.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Even like you notice when they do Monday Night Raws and SmackDowns, they do the live shot from the top of the arena. I mean, they're jam-packed, dude.
Yeah, man.
And like as a wrestling fan, when I go see a show live and you go there and the place is packed. I mean, I'm not saying it has to be completely sold out, but when the place is packed and you feel that energy in the place. I mean, you're walking through the arena, going to get another drink or some soft pretzels and cheese or, you know, some Chicky and Pete's, whatever you're getting when you're at a stadium. I mean, it just makes you feel something. Like when we were at Mania, I mean, there's 72,000 people strong. And they're all there to see wrestling. Like none of them are there saying, well, I only got these tickets because they're in the area, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's just, I love when you go to a show and it's like that. It's just, wrestling is definitely picking up. And I'm not saying anything bad about, because when we go to independent shows, it's like 200 people, if that.
Dude, it doesn't matter, dude. Anytime the arena's sold out, there is something special there. It could be 40 people. It could be 40,000 people. It honestly, I mean, Mania was something, but a sold out 2,300 arena show that's really good is good, and a sold out Quakertown show that we go to is sick. It all kind of has that same feeling.
Don't let the breeze blow you away.
Speaking of Chickies and Pete's, remember when you know, like we bought our sister's tickets or whatever, and then she's like, I'll get food, and then we get in line.
And we go to, it was like $40.
Yeah, she's like,
for 2 sodas and a large fry.
Love it.
That's
love
freaking
it.
ridiculous. But yeah, SummerSlam's gonna be a good card.
Hell yeah, dude! I'm super pumped for it.
Oh, and Randall, I mean, we're totally forgetting to mention something.
What's that?
We're most likely me and you are going to be at the SVW Suplex Vintage Wrestling for the watch party.
Hell yeah.
Starts at 7:00. We're going to head on down there to Philadelphia area, check out the watch party. It's usually a really good time over there. They got the big screen. They pull up the chairs. They got like so many cool pay-per-view chairs. And the funny thing to me is, like, if I had a collection of these chairs, I'm not putting them out for people to sit on. You know, and spill something on, but these guys are so cool. It's just what they do. So if you're in the area, South Street, Suplex Vintage Wrestling watch party starts at 7. Big Hard, the Big Softy is going to be there as well. And there's a lot of cool people that go there. So we met one of our really good friends there that we did the podcast with, Okewa. Great dude. And there's so many other people there that we're going to see. And maybe we'll do like a little live stream on Instagram or something while we're there, just, you know, introducing everybody.
Yeah, and I was wearing an SPW shirt to Parks Casino last weekend, and one of the guys recognized it. One of the guys checking the keys or whatever. So, they're courteous, and they got a great shop. And if you're in the South Street or, you know, Philly area and you're a pro wrestling fan, you got to make a stop. A lot of wrestlers do. I
was going to say pro wrestlers stop there, like Matt Cardona, Sabu, Sandman, Carmelo Hayes went there during WrestleMania weekend. I mean, these aren't just little names going into a store. I mean, you walk in and you see the Sandman. Okay.
And a lot of those folks are part of the Hard&Soft Nation. They know Hard&Soft. They know.
You're damn right. And Randall, I only got one more message to say on this SummerSlam card.
What is it?
If you're not hard, you're soft.
You're damn right.